Let's a quick look at your weather, folks.
All right, we're going to have our germs on the phone segment here in a couple of minutes. First, we heard about this story overnight. It's very interesting. You're a good Catholic girl, right? And what do you do when you go into church? One of the things you're supposed to do.
Well, right when you walk in, there's this communal water bowl with holy water, and you put your fingers in it and you give yourself the sign of the cross.
Now in northern Italy, there are holy water dispensers.
Instead of the bowl?
Instead of the bowl, so there's not a communal bowl. You get individual little droplets.
I believe it, because you know what? A lot has changed in my church since H1N1. It used to be that when it came time in Mass for the sign of peace, you shake someone's hand, peace be with you. A lot of people now are just going,
peace out. Peace out.
Peace.
No, thank you.
Peace be with you. Yeah, no, seriously. And then the priest says, if you don't want to shake hands, just nod.
Now they're going to be fluoridating it. It's unbelievable how we're reacting to all this.
Well, up next, how the H1N1 virus could be hiding on your... Well, we do it every week. You ask and we answer when it comes to your medical questions, courtesy of our own Dr. Jennifer Ashton. Good morning,
Good morning, you guys.
Want to go right to work here. Paul Erdick is live on his webcam and has a question about home remedies for sore throats. Paul, good morning. What's your question?
That is a great question, Paul. And there are so many things that our moms and grandmoms used to do for us that really did work, and they have since a lot of times fallen by the wayside. Iodine gargling is still, believe it or not, pretty popular in places like Japan. Some people in this country still do it. Mixing iodine with water and gargling, it does kill bacteria, and a lot of oral surgeons will use a diluted iodine wash after some mouth surgery. But like anything in medicine, too much of it can actually be dangerous, especially if you swallow it. It can even affect the function of the tissue, but probably not every day.
Gotcha. Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Carrie Brigger from Springboro, Ohio, writes on Twitter, has there been enough testing for people with asthma and the medications they take to administer the proper dose of H1N1? This becomes interesting, right? Because we talk so often about how to make sure this cocktail of medications you're involved with, how does H1N1 fit in with all of those medications people take?
Exactly. And for asthma in particular, we know that the people who have been hospitalized and who have died due to complications of H1N1, the largest percentage of them, in fact, had asthma. The clinical trials with the H1N1 vaccine and asthma are ongoing. They enrolled about 350 people, and they are ages 12 and up, people with mild, moderate, and severe asthma. And they're really looking at what dose of the vaccine is effective. Safety data, they are, of course, looking at, but we know from decades of the seasonal flu vaccine that it is safe in people with asthma, but those results are still going to be ongoing. But Harry, your point about the cocktail of medications, very important for people with asthma to be aggressive and on top of their symptoms so that it doesn't go into pneumonia if they get infected.
If you're taking medication for anything, you have to tell your doctor before you get this vaccine, because could it interact?
And really not medications are not expected to interact with the vaccine, but Maggie, any type of medication, herbal supplement, over-the-counter therapy, you should always let your doctor know, because they can interact with each other, not so much with the vaccine, but with each other.
There you go. All right, we have another live question from a viewer on her webcam. Christine Steinman from Des Moines, because all road leads, right? Internet, Christine, you have a question for Dr.
Love this question, you guys, and Christine, it's so smart. Telemedicine, if you will, is a really exploding field, and it really is allowing doctors to be connected with other doctors in various parts of the world, but also with patients. And this is a great way for people to share resources and information, especially for those who are in, as you said, underserved areas or remote locations. It's already going on with tonight. The images are actually fed to Australia and India, where because of the time difference, those doctors are just sitting there waiting to receive those images, and they're actually reviewing the reports a lot of times that are getting done here in this country in off hours. So I think we are going to see more of it. Bottom line, though, you're never going to be able to replace the hands-on physical exam that we as doctors or healthcare professionals do, looking, listening, and feeling as we examine.
Kind of like the new house call, though, it sounds like.
It's going to be part of it. It's going to be part of it.
To that question, though, a lot of people, especially in rural areas, are going on the internet to try and diagnose themselves with all the information on the internet. Is that indeed helpful, or is it a double-edged sword, and can it be dangerous? Because you look at something and say, oh, I must have this or I don't.
Sure, and we doctors do that all the time because we know all that information, so we are very quick traditionally to say, I have this. Largely, Dave, I think it is helpful. I think that information is always a good thing, but again, you're never going to be able to replace actual hands-on physical exam, things that we're taught about how things feel, look, even smell sometimes. So it's an adjunct. It's not going to replace it.
Good
Thank
questions
you, Jen.
this morning.
Wonderful. And if any of you have questions for our Dr. Jennifer Ashton, go to our website, earlyshow.cbs